You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hello, pet lovers. This is Michelle Fern, host of Best Bets for Pets on Pet Life Radio. I have a fantastic show. I am very excited for everyone out there listening. We're going to give you a little glimpse into one of the largest pet shows, if not the largest pet shows, trade industry shows in the country. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about a lot of exciting things with a gentleman that knows all the scoop. We'll be right back.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Begging to hear more of your favorite show? Full episodes of all our shows are available on demand. Go to PetLifeRadio.com to fetch our entire lineup of Possum Pet podcasts. Also, dig us up in iHeartRadio Talk and iTunes. Let's Talk Pets. Live and on demand only from Pet Life Radio. Let's Talk Pets.
Let's Talk Pets.
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to Andy Darmohraj. He is the COO of American Pet Products Association. Welcome, Andy.
Thanks for having me on.
So for everybody that's listening, not everybody's in the trade that's listening. So what is the American Pet Products Association?
We are a trade association for companies that manufacture pet products. So any company that makes or imports anything for dogs, cats, fish, small animals is a member of our association. And what we do is we provide benefits and services for them to help them improve their businesses. So it's anything like insurance programs, education, teaching people how to export, teaching people how to market and do public relations, all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's a very crucial, association for anybody in the pet industry. And I could definitely see the benefits. Now, most of our listeners are probably pet parents, and can they get any benefits from the American Pet Products Association? Are there websites that talk about the products listed for the APPA?
Most of the stuff that we do is geared toward the manufacturers. There are the programs that we're involved with that are geared toward the general public. We do a really cool thing with another industry association called Pets in the Classroom, and we actually provide education for elementary school teachers on how to do lesson plans and how to incorporate small animals into their classrooms. So it gives kids early opportunity to get to know what it's like to have a pet and take care of it. We also do something called the Human-Animal Bond Research Initiative with a bunch of other organizations, and that's a bunch of research that talks about how having a pet can improve your health and your life.
Okay, and is Hobry a part of the APPA?
We were the founding member, and we are on the board of directors, but there are a whole bunch of organizations that have come on board and that, help fund and help run it. But we were one of the first ones there.
And for everyone that's listening that's thinking, what's Hobry? What does it stand for?
It's the Human Animal Bond Research Initiative, and if you Google it, you'll see their website and see all the interesting research that people have done on the health benefits of having pets.
And there definitely are many, so that's something for everyone listening or that has a pet that just wants to, feel even better about having a pet, or people that are thinking about a pet, that they can look up Hobby, and that'll also be on the blurb for this segment, so we'll link to that as well. So let's talk about, we have the largest pet product show coming up very soon in March. A little late this year, but it's coming up, and that's in Orlando, Florida, and it's the Global Pet Expo that is put on by the APPA. Tell us, the Global Pet Expo, I've gone for the last 6 or 7 years, and it's an unbelievable, amazing show. Tell the public, what's that about?
Well, I think people don't realize, but if wherever you get products for your pets, whether it's the local independent pet store, a chain store, from your groomer, wherever that is, all those products are found somewhere. And usually what happens is retailers go to trade shows to see all the cool products that are available. They make deals with the companies that manufacture those products, and then they bring them into their store and sell them to the consumers. So Global Pet Expo is the largest annual trade show for pet products in the world. We have over 1,100 different companies exhibiting products. We have thousands of pet stores that come to see those products. And basically, it's the major meeting place for the pet industry, for the companies that make stuff, and then the retailers that end up selling it to the consumers.
And there's usually an amazing amount of unique products. Everything from, it's so vast. There's dog and cat products are the widest group there, but there's fish. I've seen stuff for ferrets. There's stuff for horses, for birds. There's an international section, which is, products from all different countries. And I've seen 30 different countries there. It's so vast. Now, every year you've been growing, because last year, I think, or the year before, there was a step contest with the press, and I think somebody logged 60 or 70,000 steps in 3 days. It's about
crazy.
You could walk 5 or 6 miles in a day easily, because how many vendors or booths do you have for this year's show?
If you break it down by booths that are 10 feet by 10 feet, we have almost 3,200. So it's huge. If you walk from the right side of the hall to the left side of the hall and you go up and down every aisle, it's the equivalent of doing a 5K. So it's more than 3.2 miles just to walk every single aisle in the show. It's really gigantic. And like you said, it's companies from all over the world that come to show their products. One of the unique things about Global Pet Expo is that's where most of the manufacturers introduce their new products for the year. So all the cool stuff that you haven't seen in a store is being debuted at Global Pet Expo, and then the buyers are adding it to their inventory, and then with a couple of months you'll be able to buy it in your local pet store. And I think on average we get about 3,000 to 4,000 new products introduced at the show. So there's always lots of really cool new stuff that you can find.
There's actually, for everyone listening out there, there's actually an entire section for new products that are out, and people have displays of their products. And there's a new product showcase and an award ceremony during the second day, where awards are given out for different types of products, different types of criteria. What are some of the criteria that you can think of?
Well, the pet store owners, because the show is so big, they say, hey, can you give us a place where we can see all the new stuff all together? So we have this new product showcase, and we organize it by animal category. And then the criteria for entrance into that area is that it has to be a product that's been introduced since the last Global Pet Expo. So basically since the last year. And then the buyers come through. They get to see the products on display. They can pick them up. They can touch them, look at them, see which vendor is selling that product, how much it's selling for. And then if they think that it's something that they want to add to their inventory, they go meet with that with that vendor and make a deal to start selling it.
That's always a section I make sure to take a look at, because then I'll try to get to the booth. We do sound bites at the show. I usually lose my voice middle afternoon, second day. I think the most interviews I did in one day. And for everyone listening, sound bites, they're about 2 or 3 minutes at the booth, and we have the past shows under our events page on Pet Life Radio. But just lose my voice, and I wonder, why? You have to have radio voice at the show, and it's loud, so it's loud talking. But there's amazing products. I think over the years, I'm trying to think, what is the most unusual product that pops into my head? And it was one of the first shows we went to, probably 2010, 2011. There was a company from Australia that had soda pop for dogs.
Yep.
And I don't think it took off, really. I don't know if it was just colored water with vitamins or what, but I just thought that's wild. And what has been, what comes to mind for you as the most unique or strangest product that you've seen over the years at the Global Pet Expo?
Well, you mentioned soda. I mean, there's been beer for dogs. They kind of put beer in parentheses, but, they kind of promoted it as, have a beer with your best buddy kind of thing. So there have been a lot of instances where inventors have come up with something that is very human and say, hey, let's make that, for a dog or a cat. So we see lots of that kind of stuff. Probably some of the most interesting stuff that we've been seeing lately is products for chickens, because it's becoming much more common for backyard chicken coops out in suburbia. People are interested in natural and organic, and, what better way than to have your own fresh eggs every day. So that's actually a very popular emerging segment, and everything that you can think of that you might need for your backyard chicken coop, you can find at Global Pet Expo now.
That's right, because the last year, was it the year before, I saw a company, and something chicken feed, I think. I can't recall the name, but I thought, chickens? Really? And they said they were thinking about it, and they started just because they like chickens and raising them, and their response was overwhelming. So if you live in a place where you can have chickens and you like them, why not?
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And people treat them like members of the family, like they do with their cats and their dogs. So why not?
Exactly. I think I get glimpses prior to the show, I get, a lot of glimpses for people to, stop by my booth and this booth and that. I always have a lot of those. And I think the most interesting I've seen so far is chocolate for dogs. It's been done before, but it's obviously not chocolate because that's toxic to dogs, but it's probably something close. So I'm kind of interested to see what that would be like. And also, Miranda Lambert is introducing Mutt Nation, so I'm excited to hear more about that. Do you have any info on that?
We are going to have a few other celebrity surprises at the show, stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about just yet, but because the pet industry is so popular and people love their animals so much, you do see on a pretty regular basis, celebrities entering into the marketplace. So Miranda is definitely one of them, and you're going to see a couple of others at the show this year too. Okay, well, that'll be real exciting. Now, after the show, does the APPA list anything on their website that the public can take a look at? Actually, every year we post tons of videos from the show. So even though it is open to the trade only, it's not open to the public. If you go on the website, you can see we do show highlights. We do segments on the best new products of the year. We do pieces on the celebrities that have been there. So just by going to globalpetexpo.org and watching those videos, you can get a really good sense of what the show was like. And then after the show, we also post the new product showcase winners and things like that. So there's always updated information available at globalpetexpo.org. Okay, wonderful. Andy, I think you talked about all the aspects of the Global Pet Expo and really enlightened us. Is there anything else you wanted to add? The pet industry is such a fun industry to work in. You see both on the vendor side and the buyer side, people are doing it because they truly love pets and their own pets. And, we think pet ownership is a great thing. And, we just want to make sure that people go on loving pets and treating them like members of the family.
Exactly. Thank you so much for being on Best Bets for Pets and Pet Life Radio. We loved having you, and we are really looking forward to the show.
Thanks again for having me on.
I'd like to thank Andy Darmohraj from APPA for coming on Best Bets for Pets. I'd like to thank my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound good. And while the test crew did not get to try any products out, they will get to try plenty of the samples we bring back from the Global Pet Expo. And there will be lots of sound bites and lots of interesting conversations with the vendors. You can find out more. It'll be posted on our events page at PetLifeRadio.com. And as always, thanks for listening.
Let's Talk Pets every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.